Welcome to BOCI, Business Over Coffee International. We are here with you today with Sridhar Sunkara. So good to have you on the set with us today. And Sridhar has been a major part of BOCI since the inception, which we'll talk about today. A founding member, also very well respected in the community of Memphis, Tennessee, with Launch Memphis, as well as many others, Seed Hatchery, along with his own business as a strategic technologist. And he works with BOCI on our back office as well as yours. So you want to be here today to hear about everything that Sridhar has available for you and your business. So stay right where you are, and I'm going to throw the ball to Sridhar. Sridhar, let's talk about your business, eBiz Solutions, and what you have available to business owners.
Okay, so eBiz Solutions, we have started in 2005 as a company for internet company to do more on the websites and on the software. I have about 17 years of software development experience, and I have right now eBiz Solutions has about 45 full-time people that work on software development, website development, SEO, social media, and other things that are considered in business. So the difference about the eBiz is we are not just somebody that comes and says we want a website, we develop a website for them. Right. We are more at a strategic level. We do everything at a strategic level first. So we have a strategy for anything. So if somebody comes for a business, first we want to learn their business. Right. And then we give them our offerings, not just our offerings, we can give them a strategy of where they need to be, how they need to do it. It's not just they come in and it's a website we build and it might not work. A lot of people think that they build a website and people would come, but also they don't need to see how do we actually measure success. What are the measurement tools? So the people say, okay, come and we want a SEO for a website. So, but SEO for a website is only like 40% of your overall SEO strategy.
Oh, interesting. Now, SEO for the viewers
it's a search engine optimization. So how people search for you in Google or Bing or Yahoo. Right now, Google and Bing and Yahoo are now one platform. So
interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, they just started merging together.
In a comparison between Google and Yahoo, which would you say is the most used?
The most used is Google. But now Bing and Yahoo are catching up. Not like so much, but they're catching up. They're coming on top slowly, but not as much as Google. But you got to be in both. There are so many people that search. If you think like everybody has Gmail accounts, but if you see that there are more Hotmail and Yahoo accounts in.
This is true.
So people start using those tools, Yahoo tools and Bing tools.
Right.
What you want is there's like thousands of websites come every day. People don't search by website name. People search by what they want.
You're exactly right.
So for example, if I want, let's say if I want to buy a TV, I will say television store in Memphis.
Sure.
So you got to first think about what is your strategy along it. So many people will say, come and do our SEO. SEO is search engine optimization is all the keywords and key phrases that you think people would want to use. And there are several tools online. The free tools are there, and we use commercially products to do our research. But just because there's somebody looking for this keyword, just don't stuff the keywords into your website. So you need to have the content strategy. That's what when I said strategy is content strategy. So what does content strategy do? So for some of our clients, what we do is they want to produce a video for their site. So or like an article talk about a subject. So when I tell them is, okay, when you're already doing a part, like a 20 minutes video, think about the content that's going to have. So we're going to break down the content into several pieces, into several lengths. So for example, we do like a 30-second of that video, the highlights of that video. And that could go on Facebook, because nobody on Facebook is going to watch a video for 20 minutes.
Exactly.
So you want to have so much fast, catchy phrase or catchy things, and things that are very relevant up there. So right now when you're doing a 20-minute video, now you got content for like 3 or 4 different channels. So it's about channels. So you see a consumer and then we'll talk about, let's say there's a consumer, if it's electronics, we'll say who are your consumers, and every consumer doesn't want in the same channel. Some people like as a tweet, some people like in Facebook, some people go to websites and do reviews, read reviews, write reviews.
Right.
So when you write one content and spending the time and money, you wanted to do it for multiple channels.
I see.
So get it. So that's what.
So what you mean by that is having like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, of course, Business Over Coffee, .biz, and having different channels to channel your business on the social media site.
Yeah.
And the way I like to refer to it is your website is your house, but if you don't invite people in, then you're going to be a hermit. You're going to be living there.
So your website acts as a hub of your activity. So, and the other is called a hub and spoke. So other things are just like a spokes, like if you think about a bicycle, a wheel or something. So you got to think about that. So how do you have all these other ones around you that will put everything back into your website? Because everything happens on the website. But that's where the messaging is. The messaging is in different areas of your different outlets that you are trying to do. So that's very, very important. And that is like a 70 or 60% of your search engine optimization is through that, like through your blogs, through your Facebook. So the more you are out on the different channels, the more Google and Yahoo thinks, okay, you are more relevant for that particular product or for that particular service. So that's how they see you and that's how they push you up. So you have the best content and then the relevancy should be there. So I cannot have my website and put like we sell washers, dryers, if that's a big word, big word, and so that people would come. So that's actually, it's going to work against you. If people come to your website and see that you're not the one that they expected, they immediately leave. It's called a bounce rate. So what's going to happen is Google sees that this is not relevant, so they'll push you down from where you are actually. So
interesting.
Yeah, and the big thing you need to think about all these things is for everything that you do, you need to have some kind of a measurement tool behind it.
Yes.
So if I create a great page, I want to see how many people have really acted upon this page.
The analytics.
Yeah, the analytics would say. And then we do a lot of custom analytics. So we use Google Analytics, but we customize for each of theirs. So we do testing, like suppose there's landing pages. So
landing pages.
Yeah, so a lot of people put landing pages and they put all over things. So you, when you have a landing page, you got to think about one particular thing that you want the customer, the user to see, and you have to focus on that. Don't give them more options. That's what you want the landing page to do, is action oriented, and you should not give them so many choices. And then you want to think. Then you want to see how many people are using this landing page effectively. You can have the same messaging, but in different style as another landing page, and try both. And then see which one is people getting attracted.
And then look at it as a comparison.
As a comparison.
And the reason why I was laughing, and Sridhar, is because I'm so glad that you're the one doing the backside of the actual back office, I call it, which would be the search engine optimization and the analytics and so forth of Business Over Coffee, because you're way over my head right now. But that's the reason why you want to contact Sridhar Sunkara about your business, because he knows the ins and outs. He's very informed in what he does. Now, Sridhar, tell us some of the clients, and there may be a privacy issue, but I know you work with very high-tech clients across the nation, as well as in Memphis, Tennessee, and you also are international. I'm sure you could work with people that are in California, New York, or even internationally. So tell us a little about that.
I mean, we do work all over the world. So we have clients in Israel, one of the top universities in Israel, and we have clients, big logistics manufacturing company in California. We do a lot of work here in Memphis too, from school districts and government agencies to our stuff. We start anywhere from a small business, and we have a Fortune 500 companies we work with. So, but everyone, if there's needs to be a strategy for everybody that we do. So that's our approach, is a very strategic approach, not like, okay, one piece, okay, we do the website, we don't care about your business, we don't care, this is what you give us, we're giving you the right product. I mean, it's building websites, there's so many, several thousands of people in within the city that can build websites.
Yes.
But,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so
Yes.
what we want is, what we are trying to do is, we're helping the business having success with the money that they spend on the web or any online things, like for
Yes.
example on your YouTube or in
Yes.
your Facebook, on Twitter or LinkedIn. So
Right.
you want to create that, you are the expert. One of the things we would do when we go to businesses is we'll see the business and their offerings and everything, and then what they're trying to portray outside.
Yes.
Whether they're, if they are doing less than what they are, we tell them this is how you can increase. And if sometimes people wants to prove they're bigger than what they are,
Right.
which can come back and get them, but we give
Yes.
them a strategy of how to do that.
Right.
Yes.
And that's something that you do for BOCI members,
Yeah.
Business Over Coffee International, as well as our chapter members, the BOC members for BOC After Hours, Nashville, Atlanta, Colorado, New Jersey, and so forth. You can contact Sridhar, and he will meet with you for 1 hour, either face-to-face locally in Memphis, Tennessee, or virtually. So I encourage you to do that. That is a benefit to you. And Sridhar will customize those prices for your business. So, Sridhar, would you give us your contact information?
Yeah, our website is thinkebiz, it's THINK, EBIZ.net. That's our website. And my email is Sunkara, SUNKARA @thinkebiz.net. And once you go to the website, you can see our email. You can email, and we'll definitely get back to you in 3-4 hours at max, because we are always connected with phones, and
Yes.
so we always get an email or anything comes to my phone, and then I'll immediately reply. And also, one of advantages is I do a lot of startup companies. So I help a lot of startup companies, and I'm on the boards of startup companies. So I look at everything as how to grow the business at a bootstrapping level. So I mean, when somebody comes to us, the biggest challenge is, okay, I tell all these things, and they'll step back and think, okay, it's going to cost a lot of money. But generally, a lot of things don't cost money. It's about our common sense. How do we use? And
Yes.
and our services are at a very, very cost effective price that we do, because of our international resources. So we have
Sure.
resources all around the world. So we use wisely those resources.
Right.
And so wherever we need, we bring those resources and use them. So that's why you should not think about money, because we're going to definitely give you a very cost effective. But
I like
also, you don't want to do everything at once, because it's going to be overwhelming to do a huge changeover of your website or your whole your business model. So you got to take it step by step. So we create a roadmap.
Right.
We get a
That's
roadmap,
great.
and then we create for every, as you're building for every piece of milestones, we come up with what are your what do you define success as. And we use, being a software background, we use methodologies. We use what we call is agile methodology, which is like, as you're doing your testing, you're reviewing and changing as you move. So you're not waiting until you're done, want to test it, and then put a lot of money
Sure.
back into it. So
Sure.
and time is wasted. So right now it's catching up. The word agile is catching up. People everywhere are talking about agile, but it's a software methodology that we use. But a lot of marketing is using now. So marketing, online marketing, and inbound marketing, which is good, because a lot of marketers try to budget for a year. They keep doing things that they're supposed to do, but never to reflect back to which one really worked.
Right.
And instead of doing something else, they could have done this again,
Sure.
making it much bigger and effective. So
Sure.
wait till a year to see what has worked, what has not worked, and then do the ones that are working. Instead of that, when you know that there's success, just reproduce that success.
Right, and what I've noticed with Business Over Coffee and working with business owners is that sometimes they become overwhelmed because they feel like, oh, I've got to have all of this at one time. And you just said it, you take one step at a time, and maybe you just create your Facebook page.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do. It's like building a house. It's one brick at a time. And while I'm speaking about that, we do have Share, which is a workshop that's coming up this coming Thursday, and I encourage you, if you're local to Memphis, Tennessee, to attend the workshop 9 to 11. If not, watch it virtually. It's going to be about how to build a website or a Facebook page or a Facebook website. There is a difference. So we're going to take you through a training, a 2-hour training of how to do that. So now, that's not going to do you any good if you don't have the strategic technology to back it. So that's your first step, and then you contact Sridhar. You may already have your website. Now, you work with also, I believe, the Hilton.
Yeah, we work. We have done work with Hilton, and we have done work with Memphis City Schools. We still
Yes.
do a lot of work with them, and there's several other companies around
Yes.
town that.
And BOCI, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, we do have a lot of clients.
Yes.
And one of the good things for us is we get everything word of mouth, and
Yes.
through our LinkedIn. Is what we get a lot of
Yes.
our clients is through social media and word of mouth.
Absolutely.
So we don't actually have marketing people yet.
Yes.
So yeah, we can
Well,
use-
I know that you're highly thought of in the community of Memphis. You came here, you went to school here, and you decided to stay based on our conversation because you wanted to make a difference in this city, and I see you doing that. Now, you work with Launch Memphis, Seed Hatchery, Business Over Coffee International, and I'm sure there's Leadership Memphis. There's many different legs of what you do. Tell us what your heart is for the community.
One of the things when, like I told you before, is when I came here to do my studies in masters at University of Memphis, everybody was saying, "Hey, you need to live in Memphis. This is where you don't want to be." So
Yes.
once I got it, so I saw this as an opportunity to stay back in the city,
Right.
and this would be an opportunity I can stay, and then I can be something, do something to the city. So
Yes.
my overall thing is to make the city a city of destiny, like Mayor Wharton
Yes.
says, that people when they finish their college or school think that I need to stay here, I can create something here.
Yes.
So that is what I'm involved in, things that helps to create those. For example,
Yes.
Launch Memphis helps create startup companies, which
That's
makes
right.
you're creating more creative people here, making them live here, stay here, and then
Right.
instead of going to Silicon Valley or Dallas or Atlanta or Chicago,
Right.
and then once the startup company comes, you have more jobs created by them.
Right.
So anything that creates wealth and intellectual capital, I want to stay. I want to be part of it. I try to
Yes.
help, and I'm trying to create with a few other people, trying to create some kind of for kids more technology
Yes,
workshops.
I love that.
For kids for the summer programs, or even between that, we're going to try something this year.
Yes.
And then when the seed hatchery is where they give money for the startup companies to show their prototyping,
Yes.
and before getting into this. So it's the whole ecosystem of entrepreneur communities. Eric Matthews is the guy that really started,
Yes.
and
Exactly.
we all work with
Mhm.
him. So that's one thing. And then I'm on Healthy Memphis Common Table. I'm on their
Mhm.
board. And then on the Clean Memphis board. So anything that has to...
You're very busy.
Yeah, and anything that has to improve the quality of life
Yes.
and the quality of the system, education system, I like to be part of it.
Sure.
So I don't want to be too thinly spread, but I'm trying
Sure.
to just do few things that are more effective for the community.
Right. Absolutely. Let me ask you, you've been with BOCI since its inception, pretty much. You obviously saw something that drew you to us. What is it that you saw? And number two, how do you see us working into the weave, the web, weave your own web. How do you see us working into that web in Memphis? Because there is a Launch Memphis, there is the Greater Memphis Chamber, there is BNI, all of these things. Where do you see that BOCI fits?
I mean, there's so many. BLC is more grassroots, I see it,
Mhm.
because people like that.
Yes.
It's more approachable, and there's more effective, right?
Mhm.
So there's no levels of things. So you do this, you have to contact them, do this. So there's nothing like that. It's you
Right.
come here, people are more like they can talk to each other. And one of the things, the most successful businesses, most success you have is always talking to people within your own business. I have competition in this city, right? So,
Right.
and there within the competition, I have collaboration too. We
Yes, I
collaborate
love
on
that
things,
word. Yes.
right? So it's your competition is not always competition. It's how you look at them,
You're absolutely right.
right? So I have other companies that we compete for the same projects,
Yes.
but we also collaborate and do stuff.
That's right.
And you can only do it in the small things. Like BOC is very, it's not in terms of people that's small, but the way, the approach.
Yes.
There is no levels of approach. You can come, you can talk, you can see how other people are doing. Okay, I can use that.
Right.
This is something that I used and I failed.
Right.
Right? So you don't need to be using it. So I always think that at the Launch Memphis and all, our approach is fail fast. If you think about something, fail fast. So you learn and then move on. Otherwise,
Sure.
that's back of your mind. You think you will always become this big business person by doing all these things, but you're not doing it quickly. And you always think you can. If you do that, you're going to become a billionaire. But at the end, you'll realize that that's not the right strategy. So
Fail fast and use it as a stepping stone for
to
your
the
next step.
one. So that's our the way we do within our business, and that's how I approach all the startup companies that take my help. So
Sure.
that's how we
Sure.
need to do it. BOC is for the small grassroots, small businesses come in,
Yes.
talk to each other, help each other, learn from each other,
Right.
and
Absolutely.
collaborate with each other. There
That's
might
right.
be a big consignment that small business cannot be doing, but if they join hands with 3 other businesses like them, it might
Sure.
be one big one that they can go out and bid for any big things.
You better believe it. In
So
fact,
we do that sometimes too. We are
Yes.
not as big some of the big companies, but we do
Right.
collaborate with companies and go out and get them actually.
Sure,
So-
absolutely. And you're saying one of the words that we use, which is connections, collaboration, exposure, and business, and that's what we're about. And speaking of the collaboration, we're negotiations about doing possibly a conference coming up in May, where we're all going to collaborate and show you many things that will help your business. In February, on the 23rd, we're doing a financial collaboration workshop. So there are a lot of collaborative efforts that we put forth with Business Over Coffee International. We work with professionals who want to optimize their business through social media, educational exchange, and networking events. So check us out at businessovercoffee.biz. We would love to see you there. I'm here with Sridhar Sunkara. And Sridhar, would you once again leave us with your contact information?
Our website is thinkebiz, it's thinkebiz.net, and my email is sunkara@thinkebiz.net. And if you go to our website, you can contact with the other ways, or you can fill a form, and then we can definitely get back in touch with you.
Yes, and Sridhar is also one of the founding members of BOCI. He offers generously 1 hour of free strategic technology benefit to you as a BOCI member. So make sure you contact him, set up an appointment to do that, to see what he can do for your business. I truly believe that he can take you to the next level. We're so honored to have him on board with us and to have you on board with us. And if you're not on board with us yet, please do so. Businessovercoffee.biz. If you have any questions, call us at 901-820-4469. Email us at connect@businessovercoffee.biz. My name is Sherri Henley. I am the founder of BOCI, and very proud to say so because we have a wonderful group of people and we are bringing everyone together. Thank you so much for watching today and sharing with us, and thank you, Sridhar,
Thank you
for being
having
with
me.
us.